Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth. It's Rod with Pow Group. We're going to get started here in just a moment. We'll give it another 30 seconds to a minute for people to jump on. I see we have quite a few people joining us. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started with the live stream here momentarily. Nice pop in MJ stocks had to do with the fact that JD Vance was selected as Trump's running mate. So we're going to discuss all that and more. We'll get started here in just a moment. All right, welcome to the live stream, everybody. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Monday, July 15th. Hope you had a great weekend and hope you're well. In this video, we're going to be discussing JD Vance being selected as the running mate with Trump, and he does support MJ legalization. And he's a junior Republican out of Ohio in the Senate. And this was definitely behind the pop. If you looked at the timing of it, it came out on CNBC, and I was actually copying it over into the Pow Group community for private members, and then I started to research it, and then found that he is in support of MJ legalization. And moments later, MJ stocks started to explode. So we'll discuss all of that more in today's video. Before we get started, make sure to smash like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. As always, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only, and you should never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. So this was the news. You can see here breaking. JD Vance is Trump's VP pick after Rubio and Burgum were passed over for running mate. There was some speculation that Ramaswamy could be selected as well, but Trump picks JD Vance, ending his search for a presidential running mate. So Donald Trump has selected JD Vance of Ohio as his presidential running mate. And then if we go through, I ask Grok, where does JD Vance stand on MJ policy? Based on the provided information, it appears that JD Vance's stance on MJ policy is that he supports legalization, taxation, and regulation of MJ instead of criminalizing it. This is indicated by the information from isidewith.com, which states that JD Vance's voter base supports this position. So if we go over to iSideWith, go to policies, you can see that Vance's policy on MJ, yes, legalize, tax, and regulate MJ instead of criminalizing it. So that is definitely why MJ popped. I did find this article as well back from November 22nd, 2023. As Ohio legalizes MJ, the state's junior U.S. senator opposes safer banking for the industry. The upside of this bill are overstated, said JD Vance about providing federal safe harbor to banks servicing state-sanctioned MJ companies. So we'll see what happens. Like Trump didn't even like crypto for a while, right, when he was president, and he just did a complete 180 on crypto all of a sudden. So let's see if they do a complete 180, if he does a complete 180 on MJ as well. Definitely a good sign that he picked JD Vance, which supports legalizing, taxing, and regulating the industry. Definitely a crazy weekend over the weekend as well. There was definitely something in the air yesterday. It felt like a very weird day to me. I was pretty troubled by the events that took place on Saturday, and glad to see he was okay. And I'm not going to support any side of the aisle. I'm from Canada, so I'm not going to get political. I just there's no place for violence, and it's a pretty dark time that where we are right now in the world, and couple that with everything that's going on, across the globe. I posted in the Pow Group private community about this over the weekend that, the fact that, there was an attempt on his life on Saturday. It's not the first time that's happened to, presidential candidates or presidents, but, at the end of the day, this time is a little concerning because we're in the 21st century now. Things are not what they used to be. The U.S. appears to be on a surefire path to a full-blown civil war. I won't speculate. What I said in the POW group community was I won't speculate based on, like what happened based on, we'll just never know, right? We'll never be able to prove it. But, one thing is for sure, this is a very troubling time because you couple this event with everything that's going on across the world, with other wars and whatnot. This is an unimaginable course that we're on. So it's time to be safe, take care of ourselves, our families, physically, mentally, and we have to prepare portfolios for an inevitable market downturn as well, because if we see a civil war in the U.S., that could be an opportunity for other nations around the world to pounce and take that as a sign of weakness. So now's the time more than ever to unite, and glad to see he was okay. And I don't mean to be an alarmist, is what I said. At the end of the day, I'm somebody who cares, and I call it for what it is. So, we just have to remember that whatever happens, we'll come out of it stronger. But definitely glad to see that he was okay. I remember posting a video. What was it on here? I think it was Gary Cardone. What was it? Cardone. I think I posted that not too long ago. Yeah. Gary Cardone mentions Ripple and predicts cyber attack by August. And he did say cyber attack, but he said, I would be surprised if there wasn't a black swan sometime between now and August. And he also said that he didn't think that there was going to be an election. And then midway through July, almost August, we had an attempt on former President Trump's life. So was that the black swan that he was referring to? And was it just a failed attempt? Sure seems like it. And if that would have been the black swan, well, there might not have been an election. Who knows? I don't know. It's pretty scary to think. And there was also a video that surfaced of a dude that predicted, he was like I think a preacher or something like that. He said he had a dream that he literally, I think it was months ago, there's a video of him. I didn't bring it up, but there's literally a video of him predicting, saying that Trump was going to get shot and it was going to hit him in the ear and burst his eardrum or something like that, and then fall to the ground, and then he's turned super religious. So pretty crazy to think. There's some weird times that we're in right now, and we'll see. He also predicted that XRP was going to $10,000. So I'd be okay with $100 on XRP, but yeah, we live in some strange times, folks. So now's the time to take care of ourselves, and from a mental standpoint, spiritual, physical standpoint, now's the time to definitely be cautious. And yeah, I never want to see that over the weekend, but hopefully hopefully it doesn't escalate, and that's the end of it. And he remains healthy. We never want to see anybody, violence is not the answer. So we'll take a look at, kind of went on a little bit of a rant there, but yeah, like I said, I don't know, what does everybody else think on the chat? Did you wake up on Sunday morning feeling something weird and strange in the air and inside of you? Because these are some troubling times, and I just pray that it ends up it doesn't end up as bad as I think that it could. So hopefully I'm wrong, but it definitely seems like with all the division that there could be a full-on civil war in the U.S. And I hope I'm wrong, but my gut is usually never wrong, and that's why I was kind of sick to my stomach on Sunday after seeing what happened on Saturday night. But let's take a look at the crypto space at the moment. So we have CGC. It was up over 11% there at one point. So yeah, we hit a high of the day today, 738. I posted a video as well 3 days ago. Get ready, market expansion is coming, bullish signal. I talked about the importance of IWM, which tracks all of the small stocks. So generally, we had the Mag 7 just busting and markets, breaking to new all-time highs, but generally that's not a good sign when the whole market isn't going. And IWM signifies risk on because it's small cap stocks. So the fact that IWM confirmed a monthly uptrend and cup and handle as well on the monthly time frame is a very good sign. So confirmed the monthly uptrend, cup and handle bull flag. So we're targeting somewhere around, the cup and handle is targeting 289, or sorry, I think that was the monthly bull flag. Let me just take a look here. No, that was the cup and handle. So yeah, we could be heading somewhere around to that 250 to 280 area. And that would bode well for MJ stocks, crypto alts. I do think that alts are probably going to see a lot more gains here leading into the end of the year, but MJ should start to trend back up, but probably not to the degree and the same amount of gains as crypto alts. And then after alt run, I think we'll see, MJ probably be one of the best performing sectors, and then they'll return the most percentage. So I still own more crypto than I do MJ. But obviously Trump is very pro crypto as well. So it's looking pretty decent here into the end of the year for crypto, but we should start to see everything melt up as well. But yeah, it's never been more true either, right? Like, show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. And Tilray, I mentioned, was an inverse head and shoulders. We confirmed it. We had an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. We were targeting 204 on the inverse head and shoulders. And then today we had a brief daily consolidation and bull flag that confirmed as well. And the target on that was 205, and we hit 197. So I made videos a long time ago saying that we were probably going to be going north of $2. And here we are. Show me the chart, I'll tell you the news. And today we got the news. So everybody thinks it's hocus pocus. Doesn't work, but clearly there's some stuff to this, right? There's some substance behind some of these charts, and it's not that it's a guarantee, it's just probabilities, right? So let's just take a look at some of the movers and shakers. I do have to get going here shortly. IMCC, CGC, and DB leading the bull list today. And on the bear list, we have PWR, XTRX, and Labs. On the US side, I'll jump into the chat here real quick in a minute too. TAT, we have LOWL, CBSTF, and then on the bear list, Acreage, MRMD, and SHWZ. Let's take a look at MSOS. Did it see as much? Yeah, it didn't see anything. So, interesting. Interesting movement here on MSOS. Well, non-movement, I should say. We are gearing up for an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross, though. But we just barely broke the high of Friday. So, CDC getting the most action here out of the main tier ones. But yeah, definitely has to be JD Vance's policy that we exploded there into the end of the day. Could this be the reason the whole MJ sector had a bounce? Yeah, I do think so, Kevin. Thanks for your comment. And yeah, that's definitely, the timing was just perfect, right? I saw, as soon as I just by the luck of the draw, I went to CNBC and saw this pop up, and then because I knew it was going to be coming. It said that he was going to more than likely announce it soon, and then I seen the update, and then immediately went to research what his stance was, Vance's stance on MJ. So and then it ended up being positive. So and then shortly after, MJ popped, and then everybody in the POW group private community started going crazy. So yeah. Definitely related to that. Hi, Jens. Thanks for joining the stream. Brad says, will the pop be faded into new lows? Very good chance. Not set up well if SPY were to pull back in any meaningful way. And yeah, I'm still probably expecting a little bit more weakness on MSOS and some of the US names. And then I mentioned that we could see another leg down potentially. And that's kind of what I'm thinking here. And we didn't see as big of a pop. So Canadian MJ definitely looks a little bit stronger. Tilray, like I said, we had an inverse head and shoulders forming on MSOS, and then we ended up breaking to a new low, whereas Tilray had an inverse head and shoulders and held that right shoulder, didn't break to a new low, and then confirmed it. So this is typically a good thing because Tilray ran right before HHS came out with all of the positive news and the recommendation to Schedule 3, and then MJ's, like the whole MJ sector, started to rip after. And then something that I wanted to bring up here as well is Tilray on the weekly time frame is looking really good. We just had a weekly candle close over the 10-week moving average, bull cross of the stochastic and the MACD. So it's looking fantastic. And we're also gearing up for a golden cross with the 50 just below the 200 and looking to close above that 200-day moving average. But we could see another golden cross here realistically this week. Markets just closed as well. Will you comment on the news from Germany as well? Does this relate to Pillar 2 moving closer? Jens, are you referring to the cafe? Or sorry, not the cafe, the social club? Is that what you're referring to? Yeah, I had it up there not too long ago, but I don't see it here. Let me just go MJ. I think you're referring to the social club. I thought there was some news out about that today. Yeah, it was this one here. Germany approves first cultivation social club for MJ. Is that what you're referring to? Well, we already know they're starting to approve, to expedite the second phase of legalization. So yeah, I think this is a good sign overall for sure, but definitely not what popped us. But definitely not a bad thing either. But yeah, don't be surprised if we do see one more low sideways action, one more potential leg down on MJ. But the fact that we're starting to bounce quite a bit here over the last couple of weeks is a good sign because, like I said, we weren't in a very good situation if, especially Tilray, if, when we were sitting down at 160, all-time low at 150, would have been bad if SPY corrected 5-10% for a healthy higher low or something like that on the weekly time frame. Now we have a little bit more cushion and to soften that blow. Let's go, Jam Losi in the house. Thanks for joining. Why is the USA such a mad country? Yeah, it's I mean, everybody has their own issues, I guess. We can't all be a perfect country or nation or government or, there's different ideologies and whatnot. And, there's tons of people in Canada that don't like our prime minister and have lots to say about that. So I try to remain indifferent. And to be honest, I can't stand politics and I can't stand the division. And it just seems like that's what they want. What these leaders want is to divide us all. And I can't help but think like they even made a movie called Civil War. So we have to be, now's the time. Like it might not happen this year. It could happen in 2025, but maybe it happens in 2026. Maybe it doesn't happen at all. But, at the end of the day, at least you're prepared. And if it does happen, you have a plan, right? Make sure you have a plan for if what hits the fan, because yeah, it would not be good if we had, different states rebelling against the federal government in the U.S. That would not be good for markets, especially with all the other geopolitical, concerns going on around the world. Look at Russia and Ukraine. Heart goes out to those that are affected by that, and the victims of the shooting on Saturday that lost their life. The gentleman that lost his life just because it missed him and hit him. So, it's not a good sign at all. I really wish that we could get past this and just move past it, but. It's not looking good. Saw the pop, then heard the VP news. Was wondering if they were related. Let's effing go. Yep, definitely. Thanks for your comment as well, Boris. But yeah, Ron, AA Ron, I think that's definitely got to be related. AYWRF. I just posted a video on that actually. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. I just posted a video. I'm gonna have to jump off here. I do have to run. But yeah, I just posted a video 4 days ago on that one. If you haven't seen it, I'd check that out. But it wasn't, if I recall, it wasn't looking too hot. But yeah, I'll have to do another ticker request video at some point. Tilray giving it all back? I don't think so. Yeah, we're at 191. Like we're still doing really good. We needed to break 182 to confirm the IHS, and it's a daily bull flag that confirmed as well. So 204, 205 looks pretty much baked in at this point. Tilray ER next Wednesday. Yeah, we haven't seen anything official from the company yet. So last year it was on the 26th, so we'll want to see official confirmation. I just posted a video, an earnings prep video on that as well. You can check it out. But yeah, we want to see official confirmation. Yeah, we haven't seen it yet from the company. Chucky is about to legalize recreational MJ. Yeah, I've been hearing that. Thanks, David, as well. On the other side, we got... And Jean, thank you, or Jean, however you pronounce it. I'm not sure if that's French or not, but yeah, Czechia, yeah, we're starting to see, the game theory playing out, right? Dominoes are falling, so great to see. Why does CGC pump more than Tilray? Thanks. Well, they do, Royce's 2 cents, and yeah, they do have a little bit less shares, but their market cap isn't as big either, right? So somebody asked me about that on Aurora. How come Aurora moves so much? Well, the market cap was like 300 million. And Tilray's market cap was 1.5 billion. And the amount of volume that Tilray saw that day that I was looking at, it had like $100 million in volume. And Aurora only had like 30 million or something like that, 30 or 40 million. So Tilray had over the double the volume, but because the market cap, it's harder to move it, right? So it does have to do with shares as well, but it's mostly the market cap, right? If Tilray had a market cap of 300 million as well, and it had more volume, well, it would have went up a lot more, right? So it's just because once you get a market cap so high, it's harder to move it. Look at Curaleaf; it has the biggest market cap in the industry. It's hard for it to move, right? But when it moves, it does move. Yeah, whenever you have a larger market cap, yeah, it takes that much more volume circulating through, right, for supply and demand. All right, If anybody is viewing this after the fact, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. I'll continue to do some investigating as well with regards to JD Vance, but overall, at first glance at JD Vance, this is looking pretty good. So market responded in a favorable way, and let's see what happens into tomorrow. Like I said, IWM was a great signal as well, showing that we could see some sustained upside on crypto, alt, and MJ. But thanks again for everybody who joined the stream today, and make sure to stay safe out there because it's definitely some troubling times. Maybe this will accelerate the MedMen decision for Tilray if both left, right, are strictly against MJ. Thank you. You bet. Yeah, so we could see any time now with regards to that bankruptcy and proceedings. We should see some sort of news, in my opinion, because Superhero Acquisition Corp is the only secured creditor, and Tilray owns 2/3 of it. So I do think that we would see it soon. Good video. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Other side, hot dog, crazy. Love the handle. All right. Hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you soon. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth. And if you're viewing this after the fact, let me know your thoughts and opinions. All right. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.